So let's take a peek. We should be close to being done. Looks really good. Oh yeah, 166, 170. Oh yeah, this is ready. We're gonna get this off of here, y'all. All right. Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming. So today, y'all, let's go ahead. It's Sunday. We're going to make a Sunday meatloaf. But hold on now, not just any meatloaf for you meatloaf haters out there. This is going to be a barbecued meatloaf, okay? So what we're going to do, this is going to be filled with beef, ground pork, and pulled pork barbecue that I made a while back. I had it vacuum sealed. I'll leave a link up here to the video where I made that pulled pork. They smoked it out on my cookers. So we're gonna mix all this together. We're gonna put some nice barbecue rub on it. We're gonna put it out on my SNS Kettle grill, probably with some pecan wood, and then we'll glaze it with some barbecue sauce. And we will taste this. This is going to be awesome, y'all. So stick around, check it out. This is going to be pulled pork barbecue meatloaf. All right, let's do it. All right, to get this meatloaf going, what I got in here is a pound of ground beef, about a quarter pound of ground pork, and I got 3/4 of a pound of this barbecued pork butt. Okay. So that's what's going to go in there. I'm going to process this in my food processor and mix it with the ground beef and ground pork. And that's going to be the basis for our meatloaf. So first thing I'm going to do, I got some bell pepper and onion. I'm going to go ahead and saute this up, get it cooked. I don't want raw vegetables in my meatloaf. So let me get this cut up and in a saute pan real quick. Alright then, so these peppers and onions are about softened up, so I went ahead and chopped up about 3 cloves of garlic. So you ain't gotta let that garlic go too long, just until you can smell it really nice. Alright, so I'm going to shut the heat off and let this cool. Alright, next step in this process, we're going to take some crackers. Now the original recipe calls for regular saltine crackers, but you seen the price of saltine crackers? I went ahead and got my good old Keebler butter crackers. So I got about a half a sleeve here. I'll put them in my food processor. Now you could do this with a rolling pin and a baggie if you don't have a food processor. So let me go ahead. This is going to be our filler, of course, for the meatloaf. Some people use breadcrumbs, some people use oatmeal. So let's get these pretty fine. Alright, then I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of milk. Alright. So I'll go ahead and take this, put it in a bowl, let it sit for a little while. Alright, so I'm going to cut this up a bit just to make it easier on the food processor. This is some nice pulled pork. I've had this stuff vacuum sealed and frozen, so it's perfectly fine. We'll dump our barbecue pork back in the food processor there. Alright. Pulse it, process it for a little bit. Alright, that looks alright. So, let's get our meat back over. We'll add our barbecue to it. So now, if you don't have any pulled pork barbecue laying around, just go with a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground pork. So we got a pound of ground beef, 3/4 of a pound of barbecue, and a 1/4 pound of ground pork in here. Alright. So I'm just waiting on my peppers to cool off, and we'll be right back. Alright then, so next in the pot, gonna have put 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. So we got some French's Dijon. I'm gonna estimate 2 teaspoons. We're gonna put 2 teaspoons Worcestershire sauce. Got Lee and Perrins. Okay, got 2 teaspoons. I'm just guesstimating here. So it says a 1/2 teaspoon of dry thyme. That's about it right there. Okay, plenty. Got 2 whole eggs plus 1 egg yolk. Alright. We'll go ahead, put our onions and peppers in. Alright, I'm going to season this with Cosmo's hot cow cover. I'll put us about a good heaping teaspoon or better, teaspoon and a half in there. Alright, best way to mix this, by hand. So I'm put some gloves on just to make it easier. Alright. Give this a nice mix. Well, got to put our cracker milk mixture in there. Almost forgot it. Don't want to forget that. Alright, that looks like it's mixed really nice. So, what I'm going to do is put this in the refrigerator for a little bit. We'll go get the grill fired up. Then we'll come finish this up. Alright, I'm going to stick this in the fridge. Alright then, today we're going to be using our SNS grill. So I got my charcoal chimney along with my tumbleweed fire starter. That'll be enough. That's about 3/4 of a chimney. We're going to go ahead and fire this up. Tumbleweed. Here we go. So we'll let this light. We'll put it in the slow and sear in the insert. We'll try to run this cooker about 3 to 350 for the meatloaf. SNS grill. All right. Some charcoal chimneys are the deal right now, right here, y'all. All right. Here we go. Nice and cherry red, ready to go. All right. So we'll go ahead and put this in the insert. All right. Go ahead and spread them out a little bit. Cooking grate on. I'm gonna let this cooker preheat for a little while. So I'm gonna put my vents about halfway. So we're looking for about 350. All right, guys. Let this go about 10 minutes preheat, and we'll bring the meatloaf out. All right, y'all. So we got our cooking rack we use for the salmon. That's what we're gonna cook our meatloaf on. Got it on a baking sheet just for a little extra support. So let's go ahead and put some cooking spray on here. All right, let's get our meatloaf mixture. This is going to be a mighty meatloaf. I'm going to be eating meatloaf sandwiches for at least a week. All right. So let's get this shaped up. So I'm gonna get my hot cow cover. Put some barbecue rub. Alright, we'll pat down, make sure we got the good shape here. Alright, here we go, y'all. What do you think? Looks good. So we're going to let that cooker preheat. I'll put this out there. Alright, for our glaze, we're just going to use Sweet Baby Ray's. So I'll put some of this in this. Okay, this is going to be our glaze. We won't put this on until we're about done. Sitting at about close to 300. So I decided what I'm going to do. Let me see here. Just to help me out. I'm going to go ahead and put me a drip pan in here. Help me on cleanup. Alright. So what I need to do now, we'll go ahead, put me some wood in here. Alright. Go get the meatloaf. Alright, y'all. It's ready to go. So we'll put this over here above the drip pan. Alright, I'm going to give this about 30 minutes. Then I'll come take some temperatures. See if it's time to glaze. All right, not sure how long this is going to take. Maybe an hour. We'll see. All right then. So I come out here to check. It's been about 20 minutes. Looks like the temperature was down a bit, so I opened all the vents up. It's open all the way now. Top vent all the way. So let's take a peek. See what the meatloaf is looking like. Looking really good. So let's go ahead and take a quick temp, just for the heck of it. So it's about 91, 93. Still got a ways to go. Coming along nicely. Alright y'all, it's been about 40 minutes. Let's give this a check. We'll probably go ahead and put our first layer of glaze on here. Got my Sweet Baby Ray's. Let's take a peek what we got here. Alright. Take some temps. About 108, 107. And we got a little ways to go, so we're going to go ahead and glaze this. Put a thin layer. We're not going to really brush it. We're going to kind of tap it on there. Alright, nice thin layer of glaze. Alright. Let's put this thing to bed. Alright y'all, so this has been on here just about an hour. So let's check it out. $130, $135, $136. And we got about 30 more degrees to go. I'll put another coating of glaze on here. Alright, let's give this about another 15 minutes maybe. See how it does. Alright then, this has been on here for about an hour and 15 minutes. I got the temperature back up. Had to put some more charcoal on there. Next time I do this, I'm going to use a full chimney. See what we're looking like. Looking pretty good there. Let's get my thermopin. See what we got. 154, 155. 147. It's about there. Let's give this about 15 more minutes. Alright y'all, it's been on here for about an hour and a half. Alright, our temperature in the cooker is just below 300 on this dial. So let's take a peek. We should be close to being done. Looks really good. Oh yeah, 166, 170. Oh yeah, this is ready. We're gonna get this off of here, y'all. All right. All right. Let's see if how this is going to come off of here. Kind of loosen it up. There we go. And boom. Looking good. All right. So let's get this in the house. There we go. Good looking meatloaf right there, y'all. Heck yeah. All right, y'all. So we give it a chance to sit for a minute. So let's try this out, shall we? So I'm gonna get me a little knife here. Slice this a piece off. See how it slices. How it looks inside. Looks pretty good. Put this end piece on my plate. Look at that. Very nice. Slice me another thin piece. So there we go, y'all. Look at that. Nice. Put a little more of the sauce on there. So what goes with meatloaf? Got some mashed taters. So there we go. Meatloaf, mashed taters, looking good. Let's try this out, shall we? All right, y'all, here we go. Meatloaf, barbecued meatloaf. So we took ground pork, ground beef, and some leftover pork butt, pulled pork. So this cuts really nice. Nice piece right there. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready for this. Taste! Some taters. Oh my. Talk about a good flavor. That pulled pork in there helps it with the flavor, the texture. Look at that. One more time. Taste! Right on, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of people don't care for meatloaf, but this is beyond good. Let me try this crusty outside. Look at that. Look at the crust on there. Bark on a meatloaf. Oh my God. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Got more videos over here you can watch. Video here, playlist. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.